The next concept that we will be studying is Lakara Parichayaha. Lakaraha. What is this Lakara, Lakara, Lakara? Uh, in Sanskrit, people will be telling, I know this Lakara, I know that Lakara. What is this Lakara? So we understood that there are 2000 Lakaras. Each dhatu can have 10 Lakaras or can manifest itself into forms in 10 lakaras. So there are 10 lakaras, 10 divisions which are created. What are these divisions and what do they represent? These lakaras, they denote the tense or the mood of the action. Any action when it takes place, the most important concept that we need to know is when did the action take place, in what context the action has taken place. So the lakaras try to define this in Sanskritam. In other languages, what we have? We have a past tense, we have a present tense, we have a future tense. But in Sanskritam, it is not like that. In the sense, we have an expanded view of the kala. So these lakaras denote the tense or the mood of the action. We will understand what it is in a minute. Amongst these lakaras, we said there are 10 lakaras. Amongst these lakaras, 6 lakaras denote tenses. 4 lakaras denote the moods. षट् लकाराः कालवाचकाः सन्ति. चत्वारः भाववाचकाः प्रकारवाचकाः प्रकारबोधकाः सन्ति. So 6 denote tenses and 4 denote the context of the action. Now this is a very, very profound understanding of our rishis. So not only the when did the action take place, we should know when the action took place. When the action took place, what was the context of that action, the mood, the prakara or the prakarana of that action. That is known from the form itself. So our grammarians, ancient grammarians of Sanskrit language, they said, if you see the verbal form, you will understand what was the mood of the person or persons involved in that action. So this is a very, very profound concept. Now let us first understand the 6 tenses or 6 lakaras which denote the tense. Let us understand the Kalavachaka lakaras through a simple diagram. This diagram is called the timeline diagram. The red line in this diagram represents the current time. Let us say the current time is 6 a.m. The current time or the current moment represents the Vartamana Kala, present tense. The lakara used to denote the present tense or the Vartamana Kala is called Lat Lakara. Now this Vartamana Kala is very difficult to define because what is present at this moment will immediately become past in the next moment. In order to understand the other lakaras, we also consider the framework between yesterday night 12 a.m. and today night 12 a.m. Now coming back to any action that takes place prior to the Vartamana Kala. Prior to the Vartamana Kala is called Bhuta Kala. Now in Bhuta Kala, we have a concept called Samanya Bhuta Kala, simple past tense. The Samanya Bhuta Kala is represented or is denoted by Lung Lakara. Similarly, any action that is going to happen in the future is represented by Samanya Bhavishyat Kala. Samanya Bhavishyat Kala is represented by Lrit Lakara. Now this framework of 12 a.m. yesterday night to 12 a.m. today night is having a special terminology. This is called Adyatana. Now regarding this Adyatana, there are a lot of interpretations and
grammarians define this Adyatana in different ways. This is called current day. Adyatana refers to the current day. Some consider the current day to extend from today's sunrise to tomorrow's sunrise. Some consider the current day to be from 12 a.m. yesterday night to 12 a.m. today night. We will consider the second definition. Now, if we consider 12 a.m. yesterday night to 12 a.m. today night as Adyatana, then we have a concept called Anadyatana, Na Adyatana, that which is earlier or not the current day. Anadyatana Bhuta refers to the action which has taken place earlier than the current day in Bhuta Kala. Therefore, it is called Anadyatana Bhutaha, and it is represented by Lang Lakara. Lang Lakara action words denote Anadyatana Bhutakala, the action which has occurred in the past and which is earlier than the current day. Similarly, we have in the Bhavishyat Kala also Anadyatana Bhavishyat Kalaha. This Anadyatana Bhavishyat Kala is represented by Lut Lakara. Any action that occurs further to tonight 12 a.m. is Bhavishyat Kala and Anadyatana Bhavishyat Kala, and it is denoted by Lut Lakara. Now, how many Lakaras did we study till now? Lat, Vartamana Kalaha, Samanya Bhuta Kalaha Lung, Samanya Bhavishyat Kalaha Lrid, Anadyatana Bhuta Kalaha Lang, Anadyatana Bhavishyat Kalaha Lut. We have studied 5 Kalavachakas. Now coming to the 6th Kalavachaka, it is termed as Paroksha Bhutakalaha. Now what is this Paroksha? There are two kinds, there are two schools of thought with respect to the word Paroksha. If our Indriyas have not experienced the action, seen the action, or our Indriyas have not experienced the action, it can be termed as Paroksha. Or if we have not perceived it directly, somebody else perceived it directly, it can also be termed as Paroksha. For example, I have not perceived the presence of Rama. Ramo Nama Raja Babuva. Now, I have not seen Rama. I have only heard about Rama. Therefore, when there is an action related to Rama, whom I have not directly seen, I have not perceived, it is referred to as Paroksha Bhuta Kala. I have not seen Gandhiji. Therefore, any action related to Gandhiji also may be referred to as Paroksha Bhuta with respect to me. But however, there may be some elderly persons living now who are greater than 80 years, 100 years, who might have seen Gandhiji. For them, it may not be Paroksha. So this is a relative term, and we have to be careful with the term. Some grammarians say longest living persons of current day should not have perceived that action, and that action is termed as Paroksha. Suppose a person is living for 120 years and he is still living today, and he is supposed to be the person with the longest lifespan currently living in this world. That person, whatever he has not perceived by his own indriyas and he has only heard about it, those becomes Paroksha. Anyway, that is with respect to the interpretation of the word Paroksha. But we can take that if we have not seen or perceived it directly, we can term it as Paroksha Bhutakala. And for Paroksha Bhutakala, the Lakara used is Lit Lakara. This is the summary of the 6 Kalavachaka Lakaras.
Now, lit also refers to past tense. That is why it is included in Kalavachaka. If we have to put this in a table, lat Vartamana, present tense, Pathati, reads. Lang Anadyatana Bhuta, past tense, earlier than the current day. Apathat, Anadyatana Bhuta, Apathat, he read. Lung Bhuta, simple past, Apathit, lit. Paroksha Bhuta, not perceived directly by us. Papatha, it is also he read. Lut, Anadyatana Bhavishyat, future beyond the current date, current day. Patita, lit, bhavishyat, simple future, patishyati. These are the lakaras, kalavachaka lakaras. Now, certain questions may be asked. What is the difference between anadyatana bhavishyat and bhavishyat, sir? See, many times we know that an action will be done in the future, but we don't know exactly whether it is going to be done future in the sense immediately after this moment or immediately after 2 days, after 3 days, etc. So you need to have the flexibility when you need to express a sentence where you don't know more details. Suppose you don't know the exactly when it is going to happen, then we can say patishyati, simple future tense. So it can be used in future tense, patishyati. Suppose you know that that action is going to happen after tonight 12 p.m. and it is going to happen day after tomorrow or next week, then you can say patita. Patita also refers to he will read, or if you say saha patita, he will read. Saha patishyati, he will read. But saha patita, you probably know that he's going to do after today. After tonight 12 p.m. and that is where you use anadyatana bhavishyat. Bhavavachaka lakaraha. We come to the actions which denote the context or the moods. Bhavaha, prakaraha. Some books give this as prakara, some books give this as bhava. The first one, this we will be learning through this table. The first bhavavachaka lakara is lot lakara. Lot lakara, it induces action through order or request. So pathatu, vidhiling lakara, similar to lot lakara, exactly similar to lot lakara. Pathet, so pathatu, let him, saha patatu, let him read. Saha pathet, may he reads, may he read, may let, all these words are used. Now, Ashirling is the third Bhavavachaka Lakara, where Ashihi, benediction, is proposed. Benediction is somebody blessing you. May he read all the Shastras. Saha Pathyat. So somebody blesses you and say, may you read all the knowledge that is existing in this world. Benediction, there is a blessing, Ashirvada, which happens in this context. Ashirling is used when this kind of benediction is there. Lring, kriyati pattihi, cause and effect with the absence of action. It's a very interesting case. Apatishyat, this is a very normal case. We use this case very in day-to-day life. Now, Lring Lakara, it has a cause-effect relationship. It has an absence of action. Yadi saha samyag apatishyat, tarhi uttama ankanam praptihi abhavishyat. Tarhi tasya uttama ankanam praptihi abhavishyat. So if he had studied well, then he could have got good marks, which means he didn't study well and he didn't get good marks also. So the action didn't happen only. This kind of a context is described by Lring. Some people say it is conditional mood, etc. and all, but we call it as Kriyatipatti or Hetu Hetumat Bhava, cause effect relationship is there. Now here the cause is Pathanam, effect is the getting of good marks. Kriyatipatti is the absence of action which didn't occur. He didn't study and he didn't get good marks also. Now, how to remember these 10 lakaras? Lat vartamane, let vede, bhute lung langlitas tatha, vidya shishostuling lotau, lrng ratau, lut bhavishyati. I will teach this. Amogha kripaya vadatu. Lat vartamane, let vede, भूते लुङ्लङ्लिटस्तथा
भूते लुङ्लङ्लिटस्तथा
विद्याशीषोऽस्तु लिङ्लोटौ
विद्याशिषोऽस्तु लिङ्लोटौ
लृङ्लृटौ लुट् भविष्यति.
लृङ्घृटौ लुट् भविष्यति.
Now this shloka is slightly different from the 10 lakaras that we studied. What is the difference here is there is a late vede which is put in this shloka. As per this shloka, late is a lakara used in the Vedas, and ling lakara, we studied two ling lakaras as per the table, vidhiling lakara, ashirling lakara. Those two lakaras are taken as one lakara, and still the number of lakaras are 10. Please note here, late lakara, if you include late lakara, you have to consider the ling lakara as one lakara, and it has two types, which is vidhiling and ashirling. If you don't include late lakara, you can separate the vidhiling lakara and ashirling lakara and still get 10 lakaras. For our course, we will not be considering late lakara. We will not be studying late lakara. We will only be referring to 10 lakaras, which take vidhiling and ashirling as separate and have the lakara. That is how we will be taking for this course. And the scope of this course is we will be covering only lat, lit, lung and lot. Because if we cover lat lakara, we cover the present tense. If we cover the lit lakara, we cover all types of future tense, which is the samanya bhavishyat kala. Lang lakara, if we cover anadyatana bhuta, we will cover. Lot lakara is something which is one of the bhavas that we'll be covering, which is the potential mood and the imperative mood. We can cover that in lot lakara, which is actually the same, which helps you form sentences easily in as per the time of the action or the mood of the action. We will be covering only few dhatus because we have a time limit for this course. 2000 dhatus is something which we have to learn gradually. We have to first set our eyes on, we have to first learn about 20-25 dhatus, which we can be familiar with, and then go for a number like 50, 100, 108 dhatus. So in Vyoma Labs, we have actually published a book called Dhatu Rupa Parichaya. So what we have done is we have selected 108 dhatus and most essential for everyday use. Those kind of dhatus we have selected, and the verbal forms of those dhatus have been given in a book, Dhatu Rupa Parichaya. So I will be introducing that book also in the further classes.